Well, I hope this gets your attention, especially tax time. You just got a few more days. You got to have your taxes in. And I want to tell you about some of the programs the government has related to taxes, because the IRS was a way that the government was using to get stimulus checks out to people. Okay, now they just came out with a report that they now have something, 1 million stimulus checks that people have not collected back from 2020. Can you believe that? 2020, remember that? I still had gray hair, I think, back then, but maybe not. And people aren't picking them up. I mean, that's why the unclaimed grants, no matter what it is, there's so much unclaimed grant money, not the IRS, but everywhere. And so the IRS has lots of unclaimed money for, and actually what they're doing is saying, you have until May 17th to figure out if this is, to pick it up. After May 17th, you can't do anything. So make sure you do that. Now listen, the average tax refund that they have there is $9,932. So maybe you may have up to a couple $100. Like in Texas, there's almost 100,000 people. California has 88,000 people haven't picked up their checks. Florida has 50,000 people. New York has 51,000 people and have the largest. So these are the states with the largest. The IRS commissioner says, we want taxpayers to claim these refunds, but time is running out for people who may have overlooked or forgotten about these refunds. There's a May 17th deadline to file these returns, so taxpayers should start soon to make sure you don't miss out, okay? And what you want to do too is IRS.gov. That's for people who need to file returns. See, if you haven't filed a return, you can do that now and get that $1,000. And that's important. So that's a lot of money. Okay, but there's more at the IRS. Okay, now it's tax time. You have got a couple days to file your taxes. And you need help to do that, you can get lots of free help. I mean, there's lots of free help everywhere. It may take a little while, but yeah, why wait in line for somebody's going to charge you $300 to do a simple tax return? And that's what these, people like H&R Block and those people, that's what they do. I mean, you get in there and they say, oh, it's only going to be so much. By the time you get out, you're paying $200, $300, $400. And then they sell you money. Now, that's what I can't understand. How do they get away with that? So anyway, here, you can get local help from the IRS itself. They have a lot more help now since Biden increased their budget by a whole bunch of money. So if you go to apps, apps.irs.gov and then /app/office-locator. I'm going to put this in. I'm only live now on Instagram and on Facebook. So not Facebook, I'm sorry, YouTube. I already put it on the description in YouTube. So you have all these links in the description on YouTube. After I finish the Instagram, I'll put this in the description on Instagram. So that's where to find out your local state. And they do it online, and free one-on-one help, okay? So that's available. You make an appointment too. You don't have to wait in line for 1,000 days or whatever it is. Okay, now, the other programs that the IRS has about taxes that you should know about, because these are free programs that actually give you forgiveness on paying your back taxes. So if you owe a lot of back taxes or even the current taxes and you can't pay, there are programs for that. And there are ways to get this forgiven. Okay, here's one of them. It's tax relief because times are tough, okay? Well, that's probably not why you're not paying your taxes. If you do have a bill from them, what if you already filed? You file again. And see, what happened. Well, and this is, somebody in Instagram asked me if you already filed. For 2020, check if you got that check. I mean, if you already filed and you don't have a refund coming, then that's fine. But if you want to check and have it, because maybe they're sitting on it, and if you go to irs.gov, you could check for your refund, okay? And that's another way to do it. And they have an app there, that lets you do that. Okay, so tax relief because times are tough. So you owe the IRS money and you don't have money to pay for them. Okay, they have a special program for that. And that's at the taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov. taxpayeradvocate.irs.gov, okay? And you make an appointment with them to talk to about this thing. They can't pay, and work out a deal with them, and that's what they're available for. Now, there's another thing too, that you could make a big deal with them. And actually, we have a great member who, Tula, who got her $50,000 bill down to $10,000 by a program the IRS has called Offer in Compromise. Also, most state governments have this too. So if you owe your state government tax money, they have something called an Offer in Compromise also. So you want to look at that for a possibility. So to go to the IRS thing to fill it out, and you get enough free help. You don't have to hire an accountant and things like that, worried that you have to. No, I mean, they're there to help you, and they want you to use it. It's not their personal money. Hello, man, I need some money. Okay, and that's what we're here for. Okay, so the Offer in Compromise, you caught that website at the IRS, irs.gov/payments/offer in compromise, okay? So you want to know about that program, and you apply there. And talk to the people there. You get them on the phone. That's what they're, the advocate people, the taxpayer advocate, will help you through that process. I mean, sure, you may have to call them back or whatever, but you're going to call in a professional. They're going to charge you thousands of dollars. That means you're going to be getting thousands of dollars less of an opportunity, because they're going to take a lot of that money, and they don't have to, okay? Only because they've put the fear of God in you, and that's silly. Okay, so you have those two. When tax relief for times are tough, tax relief where you only spend 10%, you only pay 10% of what you owe, and that's called Offer in Tax Compromise. And also, listen to this. Now, this is the most amazing thing I think the government has. The government pays lawyers to fight the government for you. You hear that? You think Chase would do that, or any of the banks, or anybody that, if they screw you up? No, that's what's neat about the government. I mean, it's so democratic that, much more democratic than any company I know of. I mean, I just got screwed by a company called Stripe, and there's no recourse unless they're gonna try to sue them, and that's stupid. I can't. But with the government, you can, and the government even pays for you to sue them because they want to be fair. Now, that's a little too fair maybe, but hell, you're a consumer. Who cares? This is a benefit for you. So there's free legal help to fight the IRS if you owe less than $50,000. If you owe more than $50,000, no. So you get free, and that's called low-income taxpayer clinics. Low-income taxpayer clinics, okay? And that's all free. You make an appointment, and they'll fight the IRS for you and get rid of that $50,000 tax bill, okay? And they don't charge a penny because the government's paying them to do this. This is crazy, man. That's why you can't believe what the reality is on government money. I mean, if you were setting up this program, you'd never fucking do that, would you? The government is a different animal. Don't believe that you know what it does and what it doesn't do. You got to go find out for yourself. And then also, don't forget there's help at findhelp.org. If you go to findhelp.org, and you put in your zip code and you put taxes, I mean, like where I live, there's 7 nonprofit organizations that will help you pay your taxes, and fill out the forms, one-on-one help, stuff like this. Now, but the local IRS center to me is better because they're the people who know all the laws. The other people are guessing, and they are free too. But everything I give you is free. They're not going to charge you. And that's it. See, Google, if you try to get this information on Google, you're going to go round in circles and come out the other end a lot cheaper, a lot poorer, because you'll be paying somebody for money for something because they have to charge you because because they have to pay Google to find you. So if they're paying Google to find you, when they find you, and you have to give them money so they can pay Google, because otherwise they wouldn't be there. unless they're willing to pay Google. So that's the tax thing. Don't forget, you have a couple of days, you can always find an extension, and these same sources will help you on how to file an extension. And don't think it's the boogeyman. No, it's not. They're nicer than any accountant or anything you could do. And unless you have a big, complicated business, or well, most of us don't. You don't need anybody to help you. And even online now, they have a completely free one. And boy, is H&R Block and TurboTax pissed off because they won't be able to charge the $200-300 or $400, whatever they're charging now, as soon as everybody gets it for free. And there's a whole bunch of states where you can get the federal and state all done for free online. So go to irs.gov and find out all about that. And don't forget, in the links, I'm going to end soon, so the link is already in the description for YouTube, and as soon as I go off the air on Instagram, I'm going to try to get it in the chat on Instagram, okay? Thanks for putting up with me. You want to help like us and join our community, which we all help each other in finding government grants and getting money to free money sources. Members help members, and we all help each other doing this. It's a community of it's really, old-fashioned 60s love stuff. In the 60s, I wasn't able to say it. That's my problem. But now it's really trying to love as many people as I can before I die. And I could do this by showing people how they could get rid of a lot of their financial problems if they learn the system. And it's not complicated. There's people there to help you. You could ask us, it's only $20 and it's unlimited help, as much as you could eat. If you could show me another place that does something like this for $20, well, I'll give you money back no matter what if you don't like me, but that's not an issue. But there is, and I've been doing this 50 years, and I know what's out there. There's one or two I think that aren't bad, and the rest are just money hunters. Okay, so let me try to help you too. Oh, we give out our own grants. 75,000. Well, next month it may be a little less because Stripe screwed us up and cut off a lot of our profits. But we'll actually give out 40,000, 45 next month. But this month it's 75,000, and it's been that way for over a year now. Every month we give just to members. So apply to those grants too every month, and you could keep applying till you get one.